Hello, hello, hello. It's me, and it is Thanksgiving week 2021. I am Kenny Polcari, your host of the party. Everything you need to know. So, what do you need to know? It is a holiday week, and the market usually advances. Continued inflationary pressures leave some to consider serving chicken for Thanksgiving. Lizzie Warren is blaming rising oil prices on price gouging. All eyes remain focused clearly on the White House and the Fed announcement. Has the market already voted for Lael Brainard? And what are we serving up tonight for dinner? Well, maybe for Thanksgiving we'll have the chicken scarpariello, but that'll come at the end. Look, stocks closed mixed on Friday, right? As the focus has shifted temporarily from the macro data to more the political headlines as we move into this holiday shortened week. Rising new COVID cases across Europe and again here at home are also driving some of the concern. Austria is now in full lockdown again, infuriating citizens over there as Germany warns that it may follow suit. Public outcry is starting to turn to renewed protests across Europe. On Friday, the dollar rallied. Treasury bills rose in price, sending yields lower, ending the week at 1.57%. Gold back down $11 at 18.42. Oil declined to 75.95. Think the dollar rally and the latest narrative on rising COVID cases again is potentially hampering demand, which I say not happening. And the argument over what to serve for Thanksgiving dinner continues, with prices soaring from everything from cranberry sauce to turkey gravy and all the vegetables to boot. Many people are apparently considering serving chicken for dinner on Thursday. Look, a 20-pound turkey this year costs anywhere between $40 and $45, which is about a 100% increase over last year, right? They were trading at 99 cents a pound last year. This year, they're trading at almost $2 a pound, and that is causing angst for so many. But look, it is what it is. Prices are soaring everywhere. All you have to do is look. Over the weekend, in fact, Elizabeth Warren told MSNBC's Joy Reid that the reason oil prices are going up is because big companies like Exxon and Chevron, etc., are price gouging, right? You can find the clip on Twitter. You can find it if you just Google it, right? And that they're taking advantage of the public to maintain their margins. It was really comical to watch, right? So you can find the clip in my morning note, right? I included the clip, or you can just Google it to find it. But she actually sits there and says that the reason oil prices are high at the pump is because these companies are price gouging. I don't know. Is it me? Oil has more than doubled in price, going from $35 to $80 since January, partly because the world opened up. Demand is strong, as we've been talking about. Joey has eliminated a lot of the U.S. production capacity. And when oil was down, rig counts fell. Because why should any company lose money to produce anything, right? The cost of getting oil out of the ground in the United States was about $45 a barrel in the U.S. So when oil was trading below that, oil companies pulled back, right? That makes sense. And then as prices started to rise and companies wanted to come back online, Joey said, not so fast. And then he threw the control back to OPEC Plus, and now he's begging them to produce more oil to assist in lowering prices. I don't know, how's that working for you? Anyway, Lizzie, so I got to ask you again, why exactly do you think prices are up at the pump? I wonder what she thinks about housing prices. Would she sell her $4 million home for $1 million? I mean, is she price gouging a buyer? Who does she hold responsible for rising home prices, or lumber prices, or appliance prices, or roofing prices, or flooring prices, or window prices, or siding prices, right? I guess they just didn't teach Econ 101 at the University of Houston in 1970. Maybe they are today, though. And then this morning, while I was driving to work, I was listening to CNBC's Worldwide Exchange, and they report that the Biden administration is considering publicly shaming or reprimanding companies that are passing on higher costs to the consumer by raising prices. Well, listen, it's a long list of companies that are passing along those price increases. Some of them have already done it multiple times over the year. So let the games begin. Start calling them out one by one. See where that gets you, right? I mean, it's insanity. It's really insanity to think that the administration is going to start calling out Coke and Colgate, Procter & Gamble, and everyone else for raising prices when the input prices are just surging. In any event, the House passed a $4 trillion bill. That's what it is according to the Congressional Budget Office on Friday. And now it is sent it to the Senate, where it is dead on arrival in its current form. Unless, of course, Chucky and Joey start promising mansion and cinema, all kinds of perks to get them to flip side. So stay tuned. On a side note, we just heard that 16 House Democrats have now officially announced that they will not be running in the midterm elections for one reason or another. How many more, I wonder, are going to abandon ship before the new year, right? When they've got to either decide yes or no. By the closing bell on Friday, the Dow had given up 270 points. The S&P's lost 7, the NASDAQ rose by 64 points, the Russell fell by 20, and the transports rallied by 21 points. So it was kind of a mixed review, right? This week is a holiday shortened week, and if history prevails, we should expect to see the indexes end higher by the end of the week, right? Not substantially, but just a bit higher. The holiday move begins tomorrow afternoon, and portfolio managers are entering good till canceled buy orders below the current market and good till canceled sell orders above the current levels to take advantage of any outsized moves that take place while they are away from their desk. So if the market backs off swiftly, they'll be able to buy stock cheap. If it rallies very significantly, they'll be able to sell stock at higher prices. Next up, what is Joey going to do about the Fed chair? That is the question that investors and traders want answered. And it will be staying, will it be staying the course with Jay Powell, or will Joey decide that it's better to put a stamp on the Fed and replace Joel with Lael? In the end, I do not think that investors really will have a visceral reaction at all. I just think it wants clarity. That's it, right? Remember, Lael Brainard is considered more dovish than Jay. So if anything, the market will celebrate her appointment, or maybe it already has. The S&P is up 10% since the October speculation began. So is that the market's way of voting for Lael? Does the market believe that she is next in line? In any event, let the countdown begin for the Fed announcement any day now. I mean, it's got to come before Thanksgiving, right? My guess is it comes on Wednesday. Eco data today includes the Chicago Fed survey and the existing home sales expected to be down 1.8% month over month, which does make some sense because of the time of year. But that weakness has done little to cause prices to retreat, as sellers just expect demand to surge at the start of the season again in February. U.S. futures are up strongly, right? As I told you above, Dow's up 165 points, the S&Ps are up 20, the NASDAQ's head by 177, and the Russell is up 20. In Europe, markets across the region are also in positive territory, ranging anywhere from up 0.3% to up 0.6%. Investors keeping a keen eye on the latest spread of COVID-19 across Europe. Germany, in fact, over the weekend did impose strict containment measures, right? Austria's already in full lockdown. So you have to wonder who is next. Europeans are also paying close attention to Joey's Fed pick, and then they speculate on what that means for the global economy and what it potentially means for other central banks. Think the European Central Bank, the Bank of England, the Bank of Japan, the People's Bank of China, the Reserve Bank of Australia, etc., etc., etc. This morning, oil is up 7 cents. Gold is down another $10, while the 10-year Treasury bills are flat, yielding 1.7%. 1.57%, excuse me. The VIX is steady at 18. Do not expect any macro data to be relevant this week, and the focus is really going to be on the Fed announcement and the drama taking place in D.C. over the latest spending bill. Bitcoin's down another 3.8% at 57,200, and Ethereum's down 4% at 4175. The S&P closed just below the latest century mark, 4,700, to end the day at 4697. This morning's move is going to take us up and through 4,700 again, and it's going to test last week's high of 4,718, probably early this morning. Remember, the trend line suggests that we should hit some resistance at 4,730. Expect trading volumes to retreat this week, and that could cause some outsized exaggerated moves. Expectations for a strong holiday season remain front and center, and calls for S&P 4,800 by the end of the year is alive and well. Remember, you can always text the word INVEST to 21,000 on your cell phone to get my digital business card. Feel free to download it, send me off an email or a text. I'm always happy to engage and talk markets and planning and thoughts, concerns, ideas, anything that's, concerning you about how to build or set up a retirement or investment portfolio. You can also follow me on Twitter and TikTok at Kenny Polcari is my handle, and on Instagram at KennyP1961. Okay. So what are we having for dinner? Well, listen, it is the holiday week. I've given you plenty of food for the holidays to think about, but over the weekend I heard people are actually considering chicken for dinner on Thursday because it's a bit cheaper. So today I give you the chicken scarpariello, right? So this you need chicken, sausage, sweet vinegar peppers. It's a bit of a take on the usual scarpariello dish, but it's really good. And if you want to exchange the sweet for hot cherry peppers, go right ahead. I don't, but you could. So for this, you're going to need thighs and legs, bone in, skin on, salt and pepper, olive oil, sweet Italian sausage, vinegar, peppers, garlic, white wine, chicken broth, marinated artichoke hearts, thin sliced potatoes, salt and pepper, and flour. Total time to do this is probably 1 hour start to finish, so just so you can plan. You want to preheat the oven at 375 degrees. Preheat your grill to get ready to cook the sausages. Now, you want to season the chicken pieces, the thighs and the legs, with salt and pepper, right? You want to heat up some olive oil in a frying pan, right? When it's really hot, you want to turn the heat down to medium-high. Now add the chicken and brown it on all sides. Maybe 10 minutes total because you want it to get kind of nice and brown. While this is cooking, you want to place the sliced potatoes in the baking dish, season with salt and pepper and a splash of olive oil. Now remove the chicken from the frying pan and put it in the baking dish right with the potatoes, and then pop it in the oven and continue to cook that for about 30 minutes. Next, you want to cook the sausage on the grill. Careful, don't burn it. Maybe 10 minutes total. You want to turn it, flip it. You just don't want to burn it, but you want the sausages to be cooked through. You want to remove it from the grill, let the sausages rest for 3 or 4 minutes, and then cut them into bite-sized pieces. Now, in the meantime, you want to add chopped garlic to the frying pan that you use that still has the juices from the chicken. You want to add in the sliced vinegar peppers, and you want to saute that. Now add the sausage pieces and some white wine into that same frying pan. Let the wine reduce by about 5 minutes. Next, you want to add the chicken broth, the artichoke hearts, saute for about another 5 or 10 minutes on medium, right? In a separate bowl, you want to whisk together some flour and milk. You can use water for sure, but flour and milk. Add it to the frying pan, allowing it to cook and thicken a bit, right? You don't want it to get too thick. You can always add a bit of broth if it gets too thick and you need to. Now you want to pull the chicken and potatoes out of the oven and introduce them into the frying pan with the wine and the sausage and the garlic and the flour and the mixture. You want to let it simmer in there, cover it, and let it simmer there for about 10 minutes. Now, serve this on a large kind of warm serving platter. You want to have a big mixed salad that you can have. And if you're going to have your vegetables for Thanksgiving, then you could serve any one of the vegetables on the side. But this is really a filling dish. I mean, it's got sausage, it's got artichoke hearts, it's got the chicken, it's got the cherry peppers, plus you have a big salad. So if you don't want to go big with all the vegetables, you've got plenty to fill your stomach. You can enjoy this with your favorite chilled white wine, or maybe a very light red wine, maybe a Chianti or a Pinot Noir, but nothing really, really heavy. The lighter reds go better with this dish. In fact, anyway, it is Monday morning. The sun is up. It's a holiday shortened week. Friday's a half a day. It's also Black Friday, the beginning of the big holiday shopping season. I mean, creating frenzy all around, right, for a massive holiday shopping season this year. So it's going to be very interesting to see how consumers react. In any event, take good care, and I'll see you in the morning.